from Sun Mountain View, our headquarters. John's the director of the science office at Sun. He is the liaison to the scientific community, including NSF and DARPA and the National International Research Laboratories. John was originally was responsible for marketing, sales, and tech support worldwide. Small job. He's got some interesting stories about the early days at Sun, and he'll be available to pull aside and chat with after the presentation. At roughly 11:30, we have Professor Douglas Kerr from Computer Science coming in to talk about what CIS is doing at Ohio State University. And following Doug Kerr, we've got Dr. Charles Surrey coming in to talk about the SuperComputer graphics project and some of the things his group is working on. Just want to mention computer science committed in a big way to Sun Microsystems and Sun hardware. And a few months ago, they purchased approximately 250 Suns for undergraduate computer-aided instruction. It was a long process in choosing which hardware to go with at that kind of commitment level, but it's been a pleasure working with everyone in computer science. I want to thank Dr. Mervyn Muller, the chairman of the department, Professor Kerr, Professor Whitey, Steve Romig, especially, who has put in 120% into working with Sun and installing the equipment, as well as Frank Northrup, the new manager of computing activities at Computer Science, and last but not least, Bob Sutterfield, who is work, and they all enjoyed their trips out to Sun in San Francisco during this ordeal. Following the presentations, we've got a few refreshments out in the lobby, I think with some fruit and snacks and coffee and pop. And after the snacks, we're going to pull the curtain, and we've got a Sun 4 260 color machine and a 360 color, and we're going to show some demonstrations on those. The 360 is one of our newest models. I'll cover it in the slide overview, but we've got a 4 megabyte color system with our standard 19-inch color display. The 4260 is a 16 megabyte system with 560 meg disk, and that's a 3 and a 10 MIP machine we've got running back there. Got some, as I said, some neat equipment here. Want to thank A&T Video, Ken Hunter, who's a local representative at A&T, local rep for Electrohome. He's brought in 2 of their state-of-the-art projection systems. This is Electrohome. It's a standard, it's a high-res video projection system, much like a Sony. But what we're going to be demonstrating in the back, hooked up to a 360, is their brand new. It just arrived from some customs inspection this morning at Emory Air Freight or something. It's hot off the presses. It's a new and improved Electrohome projection system with improved 100 lumen boost over last year's model, and improved contrast as well as sharpness with glass elements. And Ken Hunter, and I think the Electrohome rep, will be here to talk to you about that. And we're going to be showing a variety of packages and applications on the equipment. We're real excited to be able to share with you. And Bob Marshall from CGRG and the Computer Graphics SuperComputer project has been very helpful. He came in late last night and loaded some of his graphics demonstrations on the 4260, and it, as always, when Bob loads something, it ran beautifully, and I hope that we'll be able to show you that later on today. I just want to mention something about the Ohio district. Sun made Ohio its own district the end of fiscal year '87. We're an autonomous group. Our district is headquartered in Cleveland, and we are really committed to Ohio, and it's very good that we can be our own district. We're going to have demonstration centers in Columbus, Cleveland, and Cincinnati, where our 3 offices are located. We opened the office in Columbus a little over a year ago, and Central Ohio, Columbus area should have about 450 Suns as an install base by, say, August of next year. So things are, our local growth reflects Sun's national growth, which is exciting. We've got a lot to cover. I'm not going to bore you. I'm doing the Sun overview. A lot of you have suffered through this or have enjoyed watching this. I've condensed it a lot. I'm not going to put you all into a blitz of Sun slides here, so we'll just jump right into this. Again, we're headquartered in Mountain View, California, which is Silicon Valley. We were founded in 1982, and we have become a leading supplier of technical workstations with now over 50,000 installed board level and workstation products worldwide. Sun's success is founded in our leadership in the use of industry standards like Unix, VME buses, X and News Windows, Ethernet, and the Motorola 68000 family of microprocessors. We're also the price-performance leader in all categories of workstations and servers, with a history of doubling performance every 12 to 18 months. Is that in focus? Is that okay? Looks a little fuzzy from here. Some of the milestones, you'll note that system shipments doubled from 85 to 86 and tripled by early 1987 and quadrupled by late 87. Our Sun's revenue reflects the success of our products. We're currently at a run rate of about $800 million, which puts our quarterly growth at greater than 30%. Our rapid growth and standards philosophy has given Sun a strong gravitational field, if you will. Large computer vendors like Computer Vision, Valid Logic, Symlink have abandoned proprietary architectures in favor of the Sun platform. Our Sun's manufacturing processes are highly automated and guaranteeing very timely production with high quality rates. I think at Computer Science we've got over 150 new systems, clients and servers on the net, and we've got I think only 3 or 4 components have failed, maybe a CPU, Ethernet controller. The quality control has been greatly improved at Sun. Just to give you an idea of where we get our revenues from, we sell to a broad range of customer groups, and no single customer accounts for more than 10% of our total revenues, which ensures a secure growth path. Some of our major OEMs, through relationships with these and other OEMs, we address many different markets: computer-aided design, manufacturing, engineering, and publishing. But I want to emphasize that we are a general-purpose workstation vendor. We are not a CAD/CAM. We are not engineering or publishing. We are a general-purpose vendor. Some of our major end users, again, are using systems in engineering, manufacturing, research and development, and many, many applications. AT&T Bell Labs, we have is one of our good, large local users here, and there's over 40 Suns installed there and growing nicely. Nationwide, I think AT&T uses over 600 Sun workstations and servers. We will have Ohio State University on this slide, I promise you, next time, because we're coming up quickly on UCal Berkeley's install base. Some of the markets, again, we are general purpose, as I said. Our systems are directed at technical professionals, generally scientists, programmers, and engineers. But with improvements in our user interface offerings, we think we'll broaden that market. As I say, we're not dependent on any one market segment for revenue, and that's a very stable force for us. CAE and CAD and software engineering are 2 of Sun's fastest growing markets. We feel artificial intelligence, automatic test equipment will prove to be a real large future growth segment for us. Sun's made a major commitment to customer support. We offer users a variety of service agreements and training opportunities, from same-day hardware repairs to classroom training to custom network consulting and installation. we have a wide mix of offerings, and they're growing. And locally, we've got 2 field engineers to cover Columbus, and we think that should be, we're staying in line with the ratio of installs to field engineers. And we're going to be a parts depot here in Columbus as well, which will really tighten up component deliveries. The Sun user group, although it's separate from Sun, is a large and growing user group. We have many of the world's best engineers and scientists working in the Sun user group, and we're starting one here in Columbus. We're starting it's small here, Ohio State University based. We're still in the growth path. We're not sure where we're going with that, but we would like to include commercial accounts into that user group. There is lots of freeware on the network, user group meetings. We hope to have some good ones here in Columbus so we can draw a lot of interesting speakers. To get into the product line, we just announced our latest release was the Sun 4. This is the first in a family of supercomputing workstations. Introduced at 10 MIPS, the Sun 4 offers the best price performance supercomputing workstation on the market. It's fully compatible with Sun 2s and 3s. It's basically a VAX 8800 on a board for a fraction of the price. And that's what we'll have set up in the back. The 4260 is like all our offerings, you can have this in a desktop, desk side, or diskless mode. This is, again, 10 MIPS of integer performance, 1.6 megaflops single precision LinPack, 1.1 megaflops double precision LinPack. This is all based on our new Sparc architecture, scalable processor architecture. We can get into more of that in the demonstration phase, and I also have some literature on Sparc architecture. This is a pretty awesome statement. The system can handle up to 128 megabytes of main memory, so a gigabyte of core memory is doable on this system. It comes standard with a monochrome display. It's a 2 million pixel monochrome at 1680 by 1200 resolution. It also can handle our color, grayscale, and graphics accelerator options. The Sun 3 line offers a broad range of price performance. It's sort of our bread and butter line. This is the lowest cost per MIPS workstation on the market. And you can add graphics accelerators to it. There's many hardware options, and I have a slide on that. You can also plug in a IBM PCAT on a board into slots on the Sun 3 series, and I'll get into that as well. The 350 is our lowest cost monochrome workstation. It's a 1.5 MIP machine, 4 megabytes of main memory, a monochrome system. It can handle a 71 or 141 megabyte drive. This is what computer science purchased in quantity, and it's excellent in a diskless environment running off of servers over Ethernet. This is our newest, one of our newest machines, announced as C-Graph. This is an Andy Bechtolsheim design, one of our co-founders. This is a 3 MIP integer performance system for under 10K. It's a single board design with onboard memory and piggyback color on one board. This is an expandable system, 4 to 24 megabytes. We use SIM memory module chips in 4 megabyte increments. And it runs all our monitor displays. Has a built-in Ethernet transceiver as well as a math coprocessor, Motorola 68881. Just to cover the 3100 series, we won't cover every one of the models in this line, but Sun's really into matrices. I'm not going to blitz you with a lot of these graphs, but this breaks it down pretty well. The entry models, the 3140 monochrome, it can be desktop or desk side. 3110 is another low-cost color alternative, and the 3160, which is our 12-slot bread and butter workstation. The monitor offerings our 19-inch monochrome, 1152 by 900 resolution, a 15-inch color for the 3110 only, a 19-inch color, same resolution as the monochrome, and a 19-inch grayscale, which is 256 shades of gray out of a palette of 16 million, good for image processing and those types of applications. And this series is available in a 3 and 12 slot design. This is a slide on the 3140. I'm not really sure. It's only a monochrome system, so I don't know who thought this color screen dump would be a good idea, but it's a nice slide. This is showing some of our news demonstrations, which you'll see in the back. Again, the 3140 and the 3110 are 3-slot computers, 2 MIP machines. The 3160, we've probably sold 15,000 of these. These are real workhorses. They're 12-slot, 2 MIP desktop, desk side, or server models. We have new graphics boards called the CXPs, which will make these some of the fastest 2 and 3D graphics workstations available. You can also add our floating point accelerator for faster 32 and 64-bit calculations, WATEC chip-based. This can be expanded to 16 megabytes of main memory. And for you spies in the audience, this is our Tempest 3160. This is sort of bug-proof. Meets all the specs. There's some acronyms here that are too long to try and pronounce, but it is government-tested and approved as a Tempest machine. Our next offering is the 3200, which is a 4-MIP server or workstation. This is super mini performance in a workstation. It's a 25 megahertz 68020. You can add the CXP graphics cards to this as well, making this, we feel, the fastest 2 and 3D workstation, at least today. This has a 64 KB cache memory with a hit rate of greater than 97%. You can put up to 32 megabytes of error ECC memory chips in here. In its workstation mode, it's priced at around $30,000. It's, again, 4 MIPS, 64 KB cache. Runs our high-res, runs all our monitors. Our server line, again, we can run desktop, desk side, or rack-mounted servers. The entry server is our 360. You can actually put maybe three seats on a 360 as a server. It's 3 MIPS, configurable to up to 280 megabytes of mass storage. The 3140 can also act as a server. 2 MIPS as well. 2 MIPS on that. 2 or 3 users, and that gives you some expansion slots. The 360 does not have any expansion slots in it. However, we've bundled so many things into it, we feel that you may not need too much more in expansion for that. The desk side, the more higher power desk side servers, the 3160, 3260, and 4260, they all are very flexible 3, 6, and 12 slot server configurations. For more of a departmental type of machine as a server, we have a 76-inch rack cabinet. It's about the size of a refrigerator, and this is available in our 2, 4, and 10 MIPS configurations, the 3100, 200, and 400 series. Using the Sun 4 as a server, we now offer, I'm told, up to 128 users off of our new multiplexer boards. And our mass storage can max out at 2.3 gigabytes, although Sun is, we are into big disks. We will be having some new disk offerings within a few months, and we're going to, along with some improvements in I/O from Xylogic's disk controllers, we will have a very good disk and I/O story. Some of the hardware options, again, it's a floating point accelerator, WATEC based. The CXP, as I mentioned, is graphics accelerator boards. The Sun IPC, I have a slide on that. That's as I said, an AT on a card. It's an 8286 that plugs into one of the slots, and you have an MS-DOS window pop up on the screen. You can get it with floppy drives, and it's accessible over the network as well from any one of the clients. And we have ALM cards for serial ports, TTY. This is our mass storage, as I said, currently 71 megabytes to 2.3 gigabytes. This breaks down the list of disk drives. The 71 meg is a SCSI drive, a small disk drive. We've got one in back here because we couldn't get any other drive for the demonstrations. The 141 drive is an ESDI technology. It's twice the speed of the 71 drive, twice the disk capacity. It's a brand new offering in our line. Real nice drive. And then everything up from there is SMD based. And we have quarter-inch and half-inch tape backup offerings. Sun being a very open company, we make our boards available for resale for systems integrators. These are basically the guts of the Sun here. They come in two different board VME bus architecture sizes, two form factors. We've got the integrated single board computer, which is a 367 millimeter by 400 board, and then the Sun 3 Euro card, sort of miniaturized Sun boards. One integrator is building them for not exactly laptops, but luggable Suns, if you will. Pretty exciting. The EuroCard family built on these boards is an Ethernet interface, the monochrome frame buffer and video interface, two serial ports, the CPU and the memory is all on board. On the EuroCard, same as 4 megabytes, the frame buffer is on board, Ethernet, SCSI, and it's designed for ruggedized environments. To get into some of the software products, we are unsurpassed in performance in heterogeneous computing environments, and we've got the best third-party software offering available, over 1,100 software products. Sun OS is a converged Unix. It's a blend of Berkeley and System 5 Unix. Our release that came out about a year ago, 3.2, is the first merged Unix, and the merge is 95% complete. Bill Joy is working with AT&T to complete the merge on our recent announcement. John Gage will get a little bit more into that on our joint announcement with AT&T. AT&T also said they would become a Sparc licensee. Very exciting. AT&T is going to integrate our Sparc processor into their computers. So we're jointly helping AT&T build computers, and we are moving in the direction of offering one Unix. And again, Mr. Gage will cover a lot more of that. Following the AT&T announcement, Xerox announced a joint agreement with Sun to do the same thing. Xerox is eventually moving away from their workstation approach, going to Sun architecture, Sparc licensing. We are going to offer a XNS protocol on the SunNet, which is their protocol network, as well as Viewpoint, their office automation software. Pretty exciting stuff. We've got more neat announcements coming out soon, too. Our networking, in a nutshell, our networking philosophy, the heart of it is news-based. We are Ethernet and TCP/IP, which includes Berkeley protocols such as Telnet, ARPANET, and RPC XDR, which are, we can get into some more of that. RPC includes NFS, which is Sun's design network file system, which is now licensed by over 120 companies. It's a remote login, program-to-program transfer, transparent file sharing mechanism. Also available on PCs. There's many users thinking of the best way to link PCs in a local area network. Well, they really should consider our PC NFS product. We also have a network lock manager, which is file and record locking for NFS, and we in our networking consulting group we offer secured Unix consulting. Also, we have a department at Sun coming out with network monitoring and management tools, which will be bundled into the OS. Again, to finish up on open network computing, again, there's many features within NFS, including yellow pages, traffic, network monitoring facilities. We can get more into that, but it's a little tedious to go over networking this early in the day, I think. Our MS-DOS connection, as I said, we have two approaches. PCNFS, which is the local area network. PCNFS, you can basically, Sun feels that today's PCs are tomorrow's terminals. With running PCNFS, you can use a remote 10 MIP Sun server as your compute engine, send your program from your PC up to the Sun server and download the display on your PC. Real nice package, low price. And again, the IPC board, which is the 8286 on a board. Sunlink, this is our communications product offerings. We feel what we feel is the best link to other computing companies. Again, we're an open systems type company. We want to link to the Digitals and IBMs of the world. Within Sunlink, we offer X.25. We are in the open systems interconnect organization. OSI has chosen Sun as their standard platform to determine what standards should be implemented for OSI. IBM connectivity, we have complete local 3270, SNA 3270, BSC 3270, and BSC remote job entry links. The DEC connections, we have a complete up-to-date implementation of DECnet available, as well as a VT100 terminal emulator, which we call TE100 because DEC got mad when we called it VT100. We also have links to we have defense data networks over Sunlink DDN. A new product of ours is our channel adapter. This allows a direct connect to an IBM mainframe channel. Real exciting product. This allows, by running emulation software such as Sunlink Local 3270, the channel adapter appears to be the host as an IBM control unit. This gives you 32-bit DMA for data streaming support, 10 megahertz 68,000 CPU. It supports IBM System 370 block multiplexer channel protocols. Not really sure what that is, but we've got that. And it's a lot more story on the channel adapter. We can get into that a little bit later. This is a slide just giving you a glimpse of connectivity in the Sun environment. On a single screen, you can have a window displaying remote activity or activity down the hall on another computer, full cut and paste between the environments. Good for a monitoring or network monitoring or management or systems administration type of application. AT&T is looking at our approach for network monitoring and management within their facilities and some of their customers. Again, to finish up on Sunlink products, it's just a complete offering amongst multi-vendor compatibility and wide area network, satellites, microwave. We've got a complete product offering linked to all those environments. And this is just some slides getting more specific on the IBM links. It's pretty neat. On a Sun display, we can have a VM and an MVS window, for example, on a single screen, and full cut and paste between those environments. I don't believe IBM has such a capability. It's very cost-effective approach as well. Again, our TE100 or VT100 emulator, just a standard VT100 and DECnet capabilities. And our X.25 for wide area networking, excellent product. A packet-switched communications package for worldwide public data networks. It's based on the X.25 protocol, approved by some French committee that I have difficulty pronouncing here. But this operates on a Sun CPU or a workstation or server going through our communications processor board, our MCP board. Very high-speed processor. Offloads communications from the CPU. Our internetwork router basically links remote networks and makes them look like one. Very powerful possibilities with that. Just to give you a big picture idea of the Sunlink environment, just multiple links to different architectures. Again, heterogeneous linking. One of our strengths is software engineering. There's a lot of tools bundled into the Sun OS for programming. Sun Pro we've taken some of the strengths of the utilities offered in Berkeley and System 5, tweaked them to take advantage of our Windows environment, and that's all under the superset of Sun Pro. As well as we have some new products. Bob Frake, my tech support engineer, can talk to you about we have a project management package and a total software project management offering, a brand new product for network-based software projects, software engineering projects. Bundled into the Sun OS, we offer C, Fortran, Pascal, Module 2 assembler. Not Module 2, I'm sorry, that's not bundled in there. As well as, these are some of the other offerings. We have a new Sun Fortran, which is a Fortran with VMS extensions, very powerful. It's Fortran 1.0, and it is, I believe, $400, including manuals. If you have Fortran programs resident on your VAX, we have complete links, program-to-program sharing with your Sun workstation. Our window offering, we'll get in. We have a complicated story. I think Bob Frake can, we want to pull him aside and get an updated explanation of Sun's position on Windows, X, News, and whatever else we plan to integrate in. But News is our approach to, one approach to windowing. It's PostScript-based Windows. News will emulate X.11. It combines the standard version 11 of the X window system with News, which stands for Network Extensible Window System. Which News is a device-independent imaging model which allows programmers to uniformly describe text, graphical shapes, and sample images. There's some advanced features built into News, including device independence, media independence, resolution independence, application portability, interactive performance, and just quite a powerful environment. Our current Windows offering is Sun Views, comes with the Sun OS. This has been our Windows offering for a couple of years now. Very powerful user interface design tools built in, highly interactive mouse, window-based environment. Some of the tools, I won't get into them, but there's many tools here so the end user can design their own consistent user interface. There's scroller bars, knobs, meters, you can panels, text sub-windows, very powerful. A lot of our Catalyst third-party vendors develop within Sun Views, so there's a consistent look to future enhancements of their products. Again, as I said, in the applications, there are over 1,100 now. We're adding about 2 new vendors a week to the Catalyst program. It is the largest product offering by any workstation vendor, and we have some Catalyst summary guides here for you to take along. And this includes hardware as well as software products for the Sun. That's the end of my short presentation, sort of short, and I'd like to introduce John Gage. He's going to cover the future of Unix and Sparc architecture.